Welcome to Crosstalk Solutions. My name's Chris, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Yealink W56P IP DECT phone. So this is a wireless or cordless handset that connects up to a DECT base. There's two pieces to this. The model numbers are a little weird. So there's the W56P, and the W56P means that this is a DECT base plus one handset in one box, okay? But the actual model numbers of the individual devices, you have the W56B for the base and the W56H for the handset. Now the reason that they separate those out is because while this comes with one DECT base and one handset, each DECT base can actually have up to 5 handsets attached to it, and of those 5 handsets, you can have up to 4 simultaneous calls going on. Now, as far as the handset configuration themselves, each handset can be configured as different extensions, or they can all be the same extension, or any combination in between there. So, really flexible and nice solution. This is kind of my go-to wireless solution, or at least it was for a long time. So I'll get into that first in a second, but let's go ahead and bring the camera closer so we can see what's inside the box, and then we're going to go ahead and set this up as an extension on this Sangoma phone system 60. Okay, so here we have the box itself. Let's go ahead and pop it open. We've got a quick start guide, don't need that. Here's the handset itself. Now, usually in the past, I have sold in the past the W52P handset. And the W52P handset, it's actually a little bit smaller than this. I don't think it has quite exactly the same range though. So this is sort of the newer model handset. Whereas the W52P or the W52H handset is a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, but not quite as much range. As far as price goes, they're right around the same price. Now let's talk about price for a second, because this DECT base plus first handset here is actually right around $150. So here's the DECT base unit right here. Very, very simple how these work. You get power, you get network. Now, the interesting thing is that they're not really making this one anymore. Okay, so this is now end of life. They have a new replacement for this. It's the W60P. And the W60P still uses the W56 handset, but it has a different DECT base attached to it. And the difference is that the W60 DECT base actually can do up to 8 handsets and up to 8 simultaneous calls. So a lot more powerful as far as expanding the system to a ton of cordless handsets if you need to. The MSRP on the W60 is $189 US, although Amazon has it for $149.50, and I will put a link down below so you guys can see that setup. Okay, and then if you want to add additional W56H handsets, each additional handset is $81.99 on Amazon. Again, I will put a link down below. Okay, so you get the base, you get the handset. What else do we have in the box here? One Cat5 network cable. This is the charging base for the handset. Power adapter for the handset base. Notice that the power adapter for the handset base is USB. So you can actually just plug this into your computer. Anywhere you can power USB, you should be able to power up the cordless handset, the W56H cordless handset. So that's pretty nice. Then they have a separate power adapter for the DECT base as well. And then finally, we have the battery for the handset, which is not shipped inside. You actually have to install that. And then we also have the belt clip. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop in the battery here. There we go. It has little flat sort of flat areas. You can get a screwdriver in there and just pop it right off. Careful you don't mess it up. This is a lithium-ion battery. The handsets have 30 hours of talk time on a full charge, as well as 400 hours of standby time. Of course, that's in a perfect environment. I have never once seen a situation where the amount of talk and standby time is accurately represented, so take that for what it's worth. All right, battery's installed. Pop the case back on. And now we are ready to go. It says searching for base. Okay, so again, DECT base setup, very simple. I have my power here. I'm going to plug in the power. And then we're going to plug in a network cable as well. This device will DHCP by default, so when it comes up, we're going to pair the handset to the base, and then we will go through the setup of getting this installed into the Sangoma 60. Okay, so again, very simple. This unit has basically automatically been set up as the first handset on this DECT base. I also have the charging station for this handset plugged into USB on the front of my Sangoma 60 here. So we're going to charge with USB. That is working just fine. Okay, so the phone's all set up now, and I made my life easy by using the FreePBX Endpoint Manager to set up the extension. But what I'm going to show you here is basically what the Endpoint Manager did as far as configuration settings, so that if you're setting this up manually and you don't have the FreePBX Endpoint Manager, this is basically the information that you need to input. So here we are in the phone. We can see, status is just the dashboard, but if I click on account, oh, by the way, the default username and password for this phone is admin. That'll get you into this web GUI interface. Click on the account tab. We can see that account 1 is currently registered. So basically, when you're doing this manually, you want to make sure that the line active is set to enabled instead of disabled. And then for label, display name, register name, username, those should all be the extension number of the phone extension, in FreePBX. So whatever extension you created for this phone in FreePBX, that extension number should go for all of those settings. It doesn't have to, so for instance, label and display name don't have to be the extension number, but in this case, we're just going to make our lives easy. The password is the SIP password from FreePBX. Again, you can find that in the extension details. And then we have our host, and the host in this case is the IP address of the FreePBX server, and then the port that we're connecting to. In this case, it's 192.168.30.3 on port 5060. If you confirm all of those settings and the settings that you input in here match what is in FreePBX, the phone will connect and register. And then you just want to repeat that for each additional handset. Now, if you click down here under handset name, you can also give each handset an individual name, again, up to 5 handsets. And if you click on number assignment, this is where you can choose to have each of the 5 handsets be the same extension, or each of the 5 handsets are completely separate extensions. That's all done here in number assignment. I believe I covered this more in depth when I did a review of the W52P, so this phone's little brother. And you can go back and refer to that video if you need more information about how to set all of this up. Okay, the only other setting that you're going to want to do when you're hooking up this phone to FreePBX is set up your voicemail dial key. For FreePBX, yes, we're going to discard changes. For FreePBX, the voicemail code is *97. So if we click on Advanced under the Account tab, right here under voicemail, just make sure that says *97, and then go ahead and confirm that setting. And you're basically all set up. There's not much more to it. Again, though, I use the FreePBX Endpoint Manager for this kind of stuff just because it does make life a lot easier, but there you go. That's how you would do it manually. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this quick look at the Yealink W56H handset with the W56P DECT base and all that sort of good stuff. Again, the model numbers are a little confusing. Just keep in mind that this same handset should now, these days, be paired with the W60 series DECT base, which is going to get you up to 8 handsets per base with up to 8 concurrent calls per base. So it's a lot more powerful than this one here. Okay, if you guys have any questions about this device or any other Yealink phone or Sangoma phone for that matter, go ahead and put those questions into the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please click subscribe. My name's Chris with Crosstalk Solutions, and thank you so much for watching.